And we're here! Oh, everyone's out of order. I see what you did there. The internet. That is Bridget. Bridget goes there. That is Luke. Luke goes there.
Mm.
Shh. It's fine. That's Emily. Emily goes there. Oh no, wait, I've misplaced Cherry. There.
Oh, it's
That
okay.
is...
We lost Cherry.
No, just temporarily misplaced. It's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. It's
I can pick my nose. It's good.
Gosh. All right. We have people in their correct places. Yay! Hi, chat. Welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You, the most professional, most queer role-playing game show on the Twitch. Today we're playing In Which We Live and Breathe version 2. There's been an update, so we started a little late because everyone was we had to like update our character sheets in Roll20. But we're here now, and we're gonna play role-playing game. But first, I'm gonna be a GM. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I would love it if my amazing cyberpunks would do their introductions of themselves and their characters. Starting with Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I am a filmmaker and an artist. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And in this game, I will be playing Owler. Owler is a big, strong lady, very tall, very buff, very butch, and when she touches people's skin with her own skin, she can make them fall asleep. I think that's just a thing that happens. I don't think it's necessarily what's what I'm looking for? Like voluntary. It's just
Optional.
what happens. Optional. Optional is a good word. Yeah. Yep. That's Owler.
Hey, Luke. How you going?
Hello, I am Luke, still coming to you from Ash and Emily's kitchen. My pronouns are they, them. I am a game designer, and I appear on shows like this. My character is Val. She is small and not very muscular, and wears a cool suit, and is kind of hard femme-ish, aesthetically speaking. And when she takes off her gloves and touches things with her bare hands, those things rot and decay and fall apart into nothingness.
Goth AF. Cherry, hi.
Hello, I'm Cherry. I am a accessibility advocate and streamer. I forgot what I was for a second. That's weird. And my character is called Shard. My pronouns are they, them. Those are also Shard's pronouns. Shard is a strange, disfigured creature. Not sure how human they are. Has proportions kind of like a gorilla, bioengineered skin, and possibly body, iridescent color shifting skin with slate gray undertones, shifts with mood and light. And they didn't believe in magic until very recently, so that's a new development. And they didn't have memories of anything beyond 2 years from now. From the past. How do you say that? 2 years before now. And we're kind of finding out that they may have had their aura split. That's right.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know about maybe.
Yeah, and so I guess we're gonna try and do something about that at some point. It was possibly not Netfox, who is also responsible for Val and Owler's problems and upbringing, and many other evil things, I'm sure, including killing people in a nest or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there yet.
And cancelling Sense8.
Yeah, definitely that. We're still mad at them.
That is the worst one.
The greatest sin. Awesome. Bridget, hello.
Hello. I'm Bridget. My pronouns are she, her, hers. I GM cyberpunk games sometimes, and I'm going to be playing Sleepy, which again is like if net cat were 50% more net and 50% more cat. She's way into tech. She's a big fan of her favorite band, the Sunflower Eating Machine. And she's much more hands-on. She likes to put her crispy graspers on things, but she's always very tired. It's very easy to suck all the energy out of Sleepy.
Awesome. I love the fact that apparently Crispy Graspers has like just become part of like the like Luke, Emily, Ashton and co like vocabulary. We just adopted it as
clear Australian game design vocab.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that Crispy Graspers has become a mimetic virus, and I hope to see it in every convention.
Well, before that, it was grabble snatches was the word that we used.
No, grabble snatch is a verb.
Oh,
Grabble snatch with your crispy graspers.
Right.
There you go.
That's what opossums do.
Right, of course. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Who would like to give us, or would we like to, as a team, do a recap of where we got up to last time? Because we got to like pretty high tension. Like we were, or rather, like things got pretty dramatic.
First, we went to the mall.
That's true.
Then we visited a bubble tea store. Then we spotted a dress on sale across the mall. So we went across the mall and we got the dress. Then we realized
What color was the dress?
movie showing at the cinema. Like
We
I don't
couldn't
know,
decide. Like some people said that it was like blue.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
We got matching shirts. Everybody got hungry, so we went and got
We should have said,
sushi,
I
or did we
love-
get the burritos?
Yeah, sushi rolls.
We had sushi and actual fairy floss.
Was it I Love Barcelona?
No, it was somewhere like that though.
I love
It was
Portland.
Morocco. It was
Morocco.
Morocco. I love
It was
Morocco.
Morocco. We're not in Morocco,
No.
but we all apparently now have shirts that say I love Morocco.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Including our new friend, whose name I've momentarily forgotten.
My new boyfriend.
Yes, Val's new boyfriend, whose name is...
Do we have it noted down here somewhere?
He was a good kobold boy, and that's all I remember.
Oh, I
He's
can't remember his
extremely
name.
important to us, so of course we remember his name.
Yes!
I don't remember. I don't remember half of your characters' names, or half of your names, to be honest. So like,
It's written right there.
It's on the thing. Yes, but we Val's new kobold boyfriend is part of the gang now apparently.
he got a manicure.
He did get a manicure and a pedicure as well.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, I remember that was important.
And he and his kobold buddies kind of live at our bar now. I've got some
They
things for
work
that.
at the bar. Let's not forget that they work at the bar.
Yeah.
And then we went up onto the roof to do our actual job.
That's right.
And we found that someone had set up antennas to siphon a data stream from NetFox, and the police were already investigating a murder. They didn't really seem to be doing their jobs very well, and we found someone who had their aura split, kind of the same as Shard, but they
But
don't
different.
seem to be doing as well.
And a lot,
Yeah.
with a lot less finesse.
Yeah, it was
Uh-huh.
done brutally.
Someone
Also-
wrecked their aura, whereas Shard's aura was finessed.
I see what you did there.
Ah. Wasn't there also some kind of hint that maybe the antenna that was set up was the other shard?
Mm.
That's right, yeah. Your fingerprints were kind of all over the tech and stuff, and it seemed like
And-
things that your shadow self had set up.
And
Yeah.
the other Shard showed up very briefly.
Yes,
right.
that's right. When physical world shard went into the digital, shadow shard did appear and try to show us something. I can't remember what it was that they were pointing at, but they were gesturing about something, which I think we understood.
Oh, they pointed at NetFox, I think, at the NetFox building. think.
Could have been.
And then we tried to make a bunch of copies of the data that had already been siphoned from Netfox.
And we
And
took
we took the
the body of the lady with us.
who
And
that
her
person
aura
also.
is in that fox. We learned that too.
Yes, we know that the other part of her is trapped somewhere inside the Net Fox building, and she was experiencing like heightened tension and emotions and excitement of some sort. And
She's
there was
hungry.
that's right. She's also the body was hungry,
Mhm.
and she also looked. I can't remember whether this was in her digital self or her physical self, but one of those selves looked very much like Shard, like a not identical, but like a very close relative or something like that.
Cool. All right. So did we end up getting home? Is that the thing we did, or are we still on the roof?
Yeah, we took our kobold friend and we drove our sweet truck back home.
That's right. I remember now. So yeah, did we hear about anything that happened with the other kobolds? Because I know that we managed to roll to like convince them to not fuck up.
I managed to get a complete success to get them to do a good job as bartenders, and I was very proud of myself.
All right, so I think we returned back to the Clique with its weird like growing doorways and like glass made out of butterfly wings in the windows and stuff like that. And yeah, inside you see I think as you're approaching, you hear this like terrible discordant noise coming from inside, like if someone were trying to like tune vacuum cleaners or something.
I'm not even sure what that would sound like.
And then as you open the door, you see the whole place is sparkling clean and like polished. And then somehow the kobolds the 4 kobolds that stayed behind have found like little striped shirts and are all like standing together on the bar singing together.
I mean, that sounds adorable.
Yeah.
What are they singing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell. I think they might be trying to sing like, I think it's Phantom of the Opera. Or like Wicked or something. Like it's a musical that they're trying to sing, but they're also kobolds, so their voice boxes are naturally like disharmonic.
It's popular from Wicked, so they're all singing about how to help each other be popular.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I can just imagine
so-
it being like a whole bunch of howling that doesn't even make any sense.
So
Yeah.
clearly we're going to wait for them to finish the number and then clap politely. Obviously.
I mean, that seems fair. Yeah.
Definitely, yes.
Went through all this trouble.
But how much of the bar is trash? That's my question.
It's not. It's
nice.
sparkling clean. It like
Okay.
yeah, you're like, how did they polish the like cloth cushions on the seats?
Oh, okay.
But like looking at them, you're like, those are definitely polished somehow.
They did it with panache.
Yeah.
So not cleaned, but polished.
But yeah, they like bow to your little applause, and then they're all like, "Wow!" I wish I could remember the name of that freaking kobold. It was something ridiculous.
Chat, please save us. Chat, I'm begging you.
Yeah, but they looked at they looked at him and they're like, "Wow, your shirt is so cool, and your nails!" What? And they just start they gather around him and probably also around Val and start just going just being like, "Wow, tell us about your pedicure," and all these sorts of things, and like, "What happened while you're away?" And the lead kobold is like, "Well, we found a dead person who was not really dead, and then someone drove a truck away," and just starts telling things all out of order, but they seem to just dig it up, eat it up.
We found
Really?
a dead person in the mall who was selling watches that he had taken from other people without asking, and so I broke the watches because Shad said stealing is wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
That did happen.
Yeah, and they're like, all of them are like, what? And one of them's like, what's stealing?
Maybe we should not teach the kobolds what stealing means. I feel like we should just ignore this question.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
I feel like we should just ignore this question. I
don't know. I feel like Val maybe goes upstairs and gets the book of cyberpunk morals. And like starts teaching these kobolds.
Yeah.
Consent is important and stealing is wrong. And if you hit a cop, that's okay.
I mean, none of this is wrong, so okay.
The book
Are you
we've all
consorting with
inadvertently
these-
been contributing to getting Val in trouble.
Val, it sounds like you're consorting with the kobolds.
Heck yeah, I am, and I have dice in this.
Great.
While you're doing that, I am going to carefully bring the body of the woman, which presumably I have been carrying on my back,
Presumably.
and I'm going to take her into like.
I guess you weren't worried that she would fall
one of the
asleep.
rooms. No. One of the rooms, I'll just put her in my room. And
So, like, I imagine that all the other rooms are upstairs. Is that the way that we're all picturing that? Okay, good.
yeah, that's what I was picturing. So I think I'll take her and I'll lay her on the bed in my room, and just like again, sort of not that I know very much about this, but like kind of just check that like she's alive and everything, and then I'm gonna like come back down, and the next thing I'm gonna do is call Ambo.
Yeah, cool. All right. Luke, did you want
Is
to
it
consort?
valid to argue that this book of useful teachings counts as gear?
Let me have a look at our thing. Yes.
Cool. Alright. I'm gonna try
So,
this. It's
Yeah.
probably
Do you
gonna be
have
terrible.
a capability? Do you have gear? Do you have, yeah.
I have a gear.
Yeah. Cool.
Does my kobold boyfriend count as like a contact?
Yes.
Cool, I've got 2 extra dice.
You should fucking nail this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Nicely done. So
I
yeah,
am a kobold philosopher.
yeah. What is the most important lesson from this book that you want them to understand?
That consent is important.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Great. Makes notes. Emily, you're taking the taking friend upstairs and like laying them out on your bed. What does your bedroom look like?
I'm sorry, I was completely distracted by that rumbling.
I think it's a truck, not thunder.
Okay, it was a lot. That was a very big rumble. Okay, sorry, it completely distracted me. What was even the thing that you said, please?
What does your room look like?
Right, good question.
Because we haven't seen anyone's like we've seen like glimpses of people's rooms, but not like
Yeah.
properly looked at them.
I think Alla's room is fairly sparse. Not in like a sort of really carefully cultivated minimalist way, more just in a like just not really getting around to having very much stuff way. And it's mostly kind of like grays and blacks and browns and stuff in there. I think there's a few like very very old posters for like bands probably, and on her like bedside table is the little device that looks kind of like a phone but like with less buttons that she can use to see people's dreams. Actually, now that is a very relevant idea here. Cool. Good thing. And I think she is also the kind of person who would have like a shelf somewhere that like on the shelf there's like, you know, a few books and things, and then like on the top shelf has like alcohol bottles for like fancy booze that she has acquired at some point. So there's like, you know, an old like nice bottle of like rum and like one of whiskey and stuff like that. Yeah. And I think it's got fairly heavy curtains, so it's quite like dim.
I think Luke had something to like ask.
Emily, do you think Val and Aula, do we still do that like traumatized children raised together thing where we have to like
like when we're sharing a room?
Where we share a room where we have to live in rooms next to each other or it becomes a source of anxiety? Or like
I like the idea that we live in rooms next to each other. And even maybe
extra door?
Yeah, we put an extra door. Yeah, I like that. So there's like and maybe there's like a shared, I don't know, bathroom or something or other. Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, she, the girl on the bed, I think, breathes deeply, in her weird alternate state, but doesn't seem to be like getting any better or worse specifically.
I think I've told the others like before I went up that I'm gonna go lay her down somewhere and call Ambo. So I think I just do that. And it is just like a very, assuming I can get onto them, it's a very quick conversation. It's just like there's someone who is really unwell and unconscious. We're not entirely sure what's going on. Could you come and have a look at them?
Yeah, so Ambo's like, yo, what's up? Oh, that sounds bad. I'll just bring out the drugs.
It's probably a good idea. We don't really know what's wrong with her.
So yeah, like Ambo like rocks up at some point with just like I think a milk crate full of like drugs and like pharmaceuticals, like in bottles and pills and things like that, but also like a ginger root and like just a bunch and like all of these like fresh produce like natural medicine things. Like a bunch of fennel and all that sort of stuff, just all in a milk crate, and like comes up and just like plonks it onto the like freshly polished bar, and we just hear the sound of like kobolds being like, but yeah, he turns his like baseball cap around to the back and is like, sorry, they turn their baseball cap around to the back and are like, all right, well, this is about everything I've got. Do you need, I can get you, like, if you need bandages or something like that, I can get them.
No, I think we more just, if you could just, like, have a look at her and give us your professional opinion.
They're like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'm sure I could. And, like, yeah, and they're like, all right, which way?
And yeah, I'll show them up to my room, but I think I also would like sort of if other people are around and not busy, I would like want to collect the others because I think it would be good for all of us to go and watch. And I'm also thinking of using my dream watching device and seeing if I can like tap into like a stream that is attached to her, and I'd like to have other people there for that.
Twitch TV presents.
Exactly.
So yeah, they head upstairs with you, and they see this person lying on the bed, and they're like looking it over, being and like I think they start like doing things like lifting the arm and then letting it fall, and like, you know, taking a pulse and those sorts of things, and then they're like, well, mostly dead is about what I've got. If you want, I can try and get like one of my friends who would, you know, like actual doctors to come and have a look, but vitals seem fine, just not doing anything.
That's kind of what we thought. Okay.
But I think they're probably about a size 8, so I could get pajamas.
Is there anything you could do IV wise nutritionally? She seems hungry.
Yeah. Let me go and have a look. And like goes and like comes back with a hot water bottle hooked up to like an IV cable, and is like, do we just want like regular IV, or do we really want like the one with a little bit of pep in it?
I think regular is fine.
Regular. That's sterile though, right?
He's like, well, it's not having any babies. It's a hot water bottle, Shard. What do you think they do? They make them out of like stuff in a factory.
Okay, you're the medical professional.
You people keep saying that. I just drive an ambulance.
Yeah,
because it was
professional.
It was secondhand.
I think I like lean toward Shard and say like, maybe we should take them up on the offer of an actual doctor friend. Do we have any cash to pay someone?
Do we? This is a good question.
I've reset your cache and stuff because like for the new because we updated. So if you want to like get someone in with like that'd probably be rep, I'd imagine. So yeah.
Also, side note, very important interruption. You know how I said just before that there was a big rumble? It was an earth tremor. My mum felt it in McLarenville.
Oh wow.
I knew it. I knew that's what it was.
Wow.
Okay.
We never get those.
Yeah. Wow.
I noticed it. Okay.
So, yeah, you can spend rep if you want to get. So the way the rep works now is you spend a rep, you get the thing, and then it's there until either you do downtime or you or they're not around. You know, like you can just have that thing while it makes sense. So if you want to do that, you can spend rep to like get help from an actual doctor. Ambo has like filled up. Ambo I think is like hooking up the IV for this person, and has left you with like 2 boxes of of IV fluid. One that like looks relatively normal, and then one that is like that has like extreme on the package. With more electrolytes on it. So
okay, I think as long as she's stable,
yeah,
I think it should be okay.
Yep.
We'll just keep an eye on her and make sure that he's not poisoning her.
I mean, yeah, you're welcome to investigate her at any time.
Okay.
Also, as a side note, I would just like to check and confirm appropriate pronouns for both Ambo and our unconscious friend.
We don't know pronouns for our unconscious friend. Ambo is
they them.
Ambo is they them as well.
And Ambo is they them as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's right. We've all been all over the place, so I just wanted to let's actually work out.
Yep. Ambo is listed there on your list of contacts.
Oh yeah. I wasn't even looking at the sheet. I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's not a problem. So yeah. I think Ambo's got. They say that they've got other stuff to do, but they look like hella shady when they say that. So yeah. But that's a thing that. What's the plan, friends?
Well, so we think right. So see, I'm doing it as well. So our unconscious friend is okay, stable.
As far as we can tell, yes.
We have some sort of sanitary means of food delivery, or are we debating whether or not to do that?
They're hooked up to an IV.
Cool. Okay, that is good. I would like, and I guess I ask the others, everyone, if everyone is there, because everyone else has like more knowledge in the spheres of like digital and in non-physical spheres. They're more knowledgeable than me. But I ask whether people would be okay with the idea of me trying to use my dream viewer on this person to see whether I can see anything. I don't know how that would work, but it could tell us something about what they are experiencing, what the other part of them is experiencing.
I think it's worth a shot since I couldn't see anything of them in the digital.
Okay, cool.
Val frowns. Val gives you a thumbs up and then frowns and is like, but consent is important.
That is true.
Consent is important, says a kobold from behind you.
And I nod, and I turn around, I nod, and I can give them a little high five, like, yes, good.
You're right. But if it helps us save their life, I don't know.
Yeah, this is a gray area. Consent isn't always possible.
Val makes a distressed noise.
Yeah.
You gave her a very simple rule to follow, and now you are making that rule complicated, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's right. We're making the rule complicated.
Yeah.
And so I think Val makes this distressed noise and turns around and leaves the room with the kobold boy. And so she does not approve, but she is not going to stop you.
Yeah, fair. I think actually, rather than just sort of leaving it, I think I go sort of after Val a little bit and into the hallway or whatever, and I just say, Val, I really understand your hesitation. I'm not sure that it's the right thing to do either. But NetFox, if they're doing something with this person's brain, their consciousness, their aura, prompting them to have some kind of experience, then there's already something going on that is this person hasn't consented to. And I think...
How are we different from NetFox?
Because we're not
Shard has been overhearing and wheels them out. And just goes, intention. Intention is how we're different.
Yeah, I just sort of gesture at Shard, that is a better explanation than anything I was going to come up with.
So if you have good intentions, then consent isn't important?
No, Val. Val, look, I don't... And I think actually, Ella gets, kind of frustrated, and this is probably not a very nice thing, because, she's meant to be helping you with these things, but she gets slightly frustrated, and she's like, Val, look, I don't have time to explain all of this to you. And she just goes back into the room.
Yeah, fair. Can we mark attention?
Yeah, I was gonna say, gain tension. Yep. 100%.
Nice, good one.
Yeah, cool. So, how does your dream view thing work?
I think it literally looks like a little phone-sized device. And I've used it once before, and I think I was just using it on kind of like an open channel. I think it has modes for just pick up any nearby signals, kind of like radio or whatever. But I think I have probably in the past used it very near to someone with the intention to pick up their dreams specifically. So I think that is a function that can be done. So I'm just going to basically go and sit next to this person and turn on the device and put some headphones in. And then, it just if it works, it just sort of appears as a kind of like a video on the screen.
Yeah, interesting. I'm trying to look at if that feels like digital work or investigation.
It's a magical device. I know that.
Yeah,
much.
in which case then it's probably mystical work.
Device.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I have spent like money and resources on this thing, so does it add to my roll?
Yeah. So so let me find it for you. Rolling. When you test your metal, roll 1d6 for each of your dots in that action. Roll 1 more if a friend spends tension to assist you. Roll 1 more if you're helped with by capability. Roll 1 more if you have successful gear. If you have useful gear, sorry. Roll 1 more if you're helped by a service. Roll 1 fewer if you and gain attention if your hard limit hinders you. Roll 1 fewer and gain attention if you invite someone to disturb you and they accept.
Wow. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna have to find the thing that you were reading because I lost track of that list partway through.
Let me copy and paste it into the thing for you. I'll just put it in.
No, I've got it. I just had to find the part of the document. That's all.
Yep.
In that action. So as in, so 1 for each of my dots in soul?
Yes, if you press, if you no mystical work.
In mystical work.
So if you press mystical work, it'll roll all the dots for that action, but then you can add, but then it'll ask you for how many bonus dice, and that's the roll 1 more or roll 1 fewer.
Okay. So I'm rolling 1 more if I'm helped by useful gear.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's all, really, isn't it?
Cool.
Would you like me to disturb you?
What does that one do? Roll 1 fewer and gain tension. Well, no, actually, if I wanted to gain more tension, I could use a hard limit, because I have a hard limit, which is like, well, I mean, it could work in, but I don't think I do. I think I actually want to be more likely at succeeding at this thing.
Okay.
Could I?
So
ask...
someone could potentially help you by spending attention.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone could help me. And that would probably be a case of somebody watching the sleeping person's like reactions and face, being prepared to help them if anything sort of comes up that is like if they change as a result of this action.
Sure, Shard could do that.
Okay.
This is practical, good work that Shard can do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. All
So
right.
yeah, spend attention, Cherry, to help out.
Well, there you go.
Cool. So then I just add 1. Yep.
Yep, 1 bonus dice on top. So 2 bonus dice all up.
Yay!
That is a critical.
Yay!
Nicely done. So, blah, 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 blah. I think the thing shows you like a view through bars of a person in like a ruin in a jungle, like hiding, and they've got and I think they've got like a spear with like a laser end, like the lightsaber spears from The Last Jedi. Like they've got one of these, and they're like holding it, and they're clutching it, and they're looking around like worriedly. And I think they're standing like nearby to a body of some kind of like scaled creature with multiple heads, but like they've all been cut off at the neck, with this blade thing. And then a huge bull-headed man just crushes them with a giant hammer. From like just steps around from behind the thing, from behind a tree or something, and just goes, and this person is just demolished. And then this vision like turns away and like walks down a hallway with like grimy sinks and like cockroaches and all sorts of things, and like down this like tiled hallway past some people in like sort of like grubby pajamas or something, and then like opens a door and like goes inside into a room that again is like has this same like dirty mint green tiles, and this room has like a cot and like a little what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I think there's a bookshelf, but I think it's actually a plant that is like, it seems to be growing books. And like all of the books are like pulpy trash. And then, yeah, there's like a toilet and a sink. And then the door like closes behind them and you hear it like click shut. And I think that's the end of the dream. Oh, I think the jungle. I think on the far edges of the jungle, I think you can see like stadium, like bleachers, but like luxury stadium bleachers
With many people in them?
Yes, with people in them, like looking down onto this stadium full of jungle.
That's different then. So I like kind of frown at this little device for a bit and like take the headphones out and look at the others and I say, well, either our friend here is having a dream about being a kind of like entertainment gladiator, or they are actually just being some kind of entertainment gladiator, probably inside NetFox, somehow separate from their physical form, which wouldn't surprise me at all. There was a vision of being in kind of like a jungle, but inside of an arena, maybe one that is holographic or something, and they were fighting and they were defeated, like killed, but not killed because then they went back into like a cell.
Okay, so their other self has been imprisoned by NetFox, maybe?
That's what it seems like.
I mean, if it's like an entertainment thing, then that person being crushed was highly illegal because like blood sports are specifically like illegal. You cannot make people fight and kill each other for money.
Would NetFox care about that though?
That's the question.
My suspicion is that they would cover it by arguing that the entities are not real entities. You know, these are AI or something.
Yes, AI would be perfectly legal if they were homunculi.
Yeah, which this person may be. We don't know that. We don't know their origin.
So I guess we have a decision to make. Do we want to try and infiltrate NetFox? Perhaps first we should review the data we've brought back, though.
That's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
What's Sleepy doing?
As the very beginning of this encounter, when we came in the room, like Sleepy like curled up in like one of those like circular chair things in Allor's room, and she fell asleep. So she's just curled up.
What's Sleepy doing? Oh, just look to the side. Hear the faint snoring.
I just imagine Sleepy curled up with like the hard drive with the data on it, just like.
I think I kind of like sort of look and a little bit like no, you know, and I say to Shard, "Well, how about I get you both a drink?"
Sounds good. I think maybe Sleepy and I should do this together.
That seems like a good idea.
I agree.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, cool.
So I guess we head back downstairs to the bar.
Yeah.
I go around the other side of the bar and start like fixing the two of them some kind of uplifting, energizing beverage.
What
just like the idea of us-
specifically are you making us?
I think it's non-alcoholic, but I think it's got like, I don't know, whatever the cyberpunk equivalent of like guarana is or something like that.
adrenaline. It's got
Yeah.
adrenal gland in it. Just floating, bobbing
I know,
around.
maybe that's a bit much. I think it's a soft adrenaline.
Okay.
But then again, this
I
is cyberpunk future, and we will probably all have like a ridiculously high tolerance for everything. So
Is it? I just want to check. Like, there's a thing I want to check here with positioning. Are you taking the drinks up to them, or are they both coming down with you, or are you? What's going on there?
I
It's
think
not
I
like
thought
all working in the bar, like because that's we're comfortable cooperating. I feel like.
in which case, I think I seek out Val first and apologize brusquely. So it's like one of those like kind of shitty half apologies, like sorry for snapping. And
I am not in the bar.
okay, I have a brief look for you. Do I find you anywhere obvious in your room or anything like that?
I'm probably like in my room. Oh yeah. Okay. So, because of course she does. Val's room is connected to like the air conditioning system of the building, and so she like blocked off the vent that led into her room, and just like it's just a crawl space that she hides in when she feels upset.
Do I know this?
Yeah, I think you totally know this. And like even after the building was destroyed, she like carefully recreated this detail in wood, so it's now like some weird like knot hole in the wood of the building. But there's like a screen of leaves that's like grown to like cover the entrance of it.
So
Like a
actually,
fancy screen.
okay. So actually, I think if I see this, I knock on the door to like her room. Do I hear any like sound?
Nope.
Okay, then I presuming that like I know that she might be able to hear me if I talk sort of loudly through the door. I like talk through the door. And I say, Val, I'm really sorry for snapping at you. Your questions are really valid. I just wasn't. I actually don't know what the answer is, and I really want to try and help this person. And maybe we're fucking it up, but I think it's more important to try and help them, even if we don't quite know if we're doing the right thing. And I shouldn't. I know that you struggle with this stuff too, and I shouldn't snap at you. I'm really, and I kind of like lower my voice a little bit, like, and sort of glance down the like stairs toward where the bar is, and I say, I haven't been sleeping, and I think like Val knows that Owla is basically terrified of sleep. And has periods of time wherein she just decides that she doesn't need to do it at all, and just like drinks way too much coffee and takes stims and things like that, and just stays awake for like days, 2 weeks, like very unhealthy amounts of time. And so yeah, she's sort of basically admitting that she is in one of these phases and has not been doing that thing. And is like, I'm sorry that made me grumpy. And I wonder if maybe you could come and sit with our friend, because I can tell you about what I saw if you want, or I can not tell you. But we're going to try and investigate the data, and I don't want them to be alone.
Yeah, I think there's like a beat of like silence, and then the door just opens, and we haven't heard like Val like.
Yeah, I sort of like.
The door just opens, and Val is there, and just like hugs you, like.
Oh. Oh.
And, like into your clothes, we just hear this muffled like, honesty is important, and asking for help you need is good.
Yeah, I just like sort of I like kind of pat the like head of this very comparatively small person, and like and I like sort of nod and I say thank you.
Yeah, and they like pull away. She pulls away, and I think like her eyeliner isn't like run at all because she wears waterproof, magically eyeliner. But like her eyes are a little red. Like Val was a little upset too.
Yeah.
Okay, I will sit with them. Also, and her voice also lowers. If you need to sit holding hands when you can't sleep, we can do that. Because I think the fact that I have to wear gloves all the time means that like hand holding is a kind of intimacy we can have because it doesn't involve either of our powers being awful and dangerous at each other.
Yeah, and I think like Aula looks like slightly embarrassed, but sort of like nods and is like, maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, does Val need to roll a body resistance to not like fall asleep right now?
I've always got gloves on.
Oh, because I was
I'm not touching any skin. I'm touching clothes.
No, I think Ash is referring to the fact that I was like, patting Val's head. I think it's fine if it's like I was picturing sort of like either like on her hair or like on the back of her.
Well, a hug did happen was all.
Yeah, but it's only if it's skin.
Okay,
skin
cool.
contact,
Just
so
just double checking. That's all.
Yeah.
You both
I don't think we would do that accidentally. That would be very strange.
It would be very embarrassing.
It's true. Very funny. Also.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sleepy, because you're as soon as the others leave Aula's room, the person on the bed twitches a little.
As soon as everybody, so like I'm the only one left in the room. Like, is it just kind of like a full body jerk, or is it like a facial twitch, or like what's?
That sounds like you're investigating or surveying.
Yeah, I would love to investigate.
Cool, go for it.
I got a 4.
Okay, in which case, it's specifically their eyes are moving under their eyelids like REM, and their mouth is like twitching a little bit as if they were speaking to someone in their sleep.
If I get really close to them, can I hear what they're saying?
Not with a 4.
Okay.
So like, yeah, you get as close as you can to them, and you're like, what the hell is going on? And like, you wouldn't have noticed the mouth twitching if you went right up close.
Okay. I'm gonna go down to the basement.
Okay.
Because we've ascertained that like this person is like kind of like they had to use magical work to separate their aura, right?
Yes, I think we decided.
You would probably need to, yes.
That's the case, yeah.
Okay.
because there's no evidence of digital.
Can I use our sweet, dangerous, incredibly obvious antenna in the basement to like pick up on like what is either like vibing out of or coming into this person?
Yeah, that sounds like you're rolling mystical or digital.
Would Sleepy come ask us permission first?
I mean, I built it. It's kind of dangerous, but
Because it does put everyone in danger, so Sleepy's not going to ask us.
it is vaguely dangerous. Sleepy's gonna go ask Shard because Sleepy knows that Shard's not busy right now. Sleepy's gonna roll down to the bar and be like, "Hey, Shard, I think something is up with our new guest, and I have a plan to fix it, but it might be a tiny. And don't get mad. It might be a tiny, slightly, very danger adjacent."
Adjacent?
Danger adjacent.
Yeah,
is the best phrase.
Like it drives up close to like Tinker's house and maybe like rings the doorbell and runs away, but it's not like going straight into.
Oh, so like knock down Ginger on frickin' Danger. Okay, so you mean the antenna? This is what you mean, right, Sleepy?
I of course mean it. I 100% mean the antenna.
I see. Why didn't you just say the antenna, Sleepy?
Because the antenna makes it sound like something's really bad is going on, and it's more like something fun is going on. It's gonna be a cool adventure. You know, like I said, like danger adjacent.
Sleepy, Shad takes like a really deep and slow breath in and like picks up the drink. Just takes a small sip. And slowly place it down, really careful so that they don't slam it. Like just really careful, because now would be the worst time to accidentally slam their drink on the bar. They just like really just watch the whole thing, and then once it's like finally on the bar, they're just like, okay, if it goes wrong, this is all on you. I want Val and Owla to know that this was not my idea. But
I will 100% take credit for this when it goes perfectly well and nothing bad happens at all.
Okay, I'm coming with you though. Don't just wait. And then Shad downs the rest of their drink and off they go.
So, yeah. What do we think? Using the antenna? Do we think the antenna is digital work or mystical work?
Well, I feel like it could do both. I feel like it could do both.
Yeah,
I feel like
I feel like using it is digital work.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, let's see your digital work. You have the antenna. If you have if you have help from Shard and by them spending tension, then you can have an extra dice for that.
I do not have any tension.
If you have, but it sounds so yeah.
Well, that's fine. I got a bunch of digital work. What's the worst that could happen?
A 5. Cool. So what does it look like as you use this thing, and what is it that like is why is it not quite working optimally?
It's really hard. We made this to be able to tune on like really big magical events. Like this is the kind of thing we use to like spy on corpse when we like really need to know what's going on, or like we think there's like a large scale threat or something. So like tune in on something so small and so close to us, it's just like really hard to pinpoint that signal.
Yeah, cool. So I think you focus it down, and you're trying to find this like magical like trying to find anything in the bar that like looks like it might be out of place magical sort of thing, or like might be related to this person that you've brought in. And I think you find a recording of a woman's voice, just like, or an echo of a woman's voice, just saying, you know what? I wanna leave on a break. You hear this echo, and you're like trying to make it out, and I think we hear like a pop, and then like the smell of like something burning, as like the thing focuses too hard and like busts, and like we see the magic smoke starting to escape, and we'll be back after a break.